talaga nagtuloy-tuloy yung buhay ko.
Oo.
Lagi lang may era na ganito. Ito yung topic, ito yung topic.
Kung saan-saan na
Yeah.
napadpad. Yun yung sa ano, 'di ba? Sa may SM North banda.
Yes.
Nag-interview
Yes.
din ako doon ka-graduate eh.
Oh,
Actually.
okay,
Oo.
okay.
Pero hindi ako nakuha kasi tinanong ako parang, willing ka ba magtrabaho pag holiday? Sabi ko, hindi.
Ano naman sa'yo?
Ang galing na yun, isang ano, tool din pala ang libro sa panglalande,
Yes,
guys.
kaya basa-basa.
Basa-basa din, send din ng recommendation sa nilalande.
Reco.
Life doesn't always go as planned. Pero what if the wrong turns lead us exactly where we need to be? To somewhere even better. Welcome to Off the Record with me, Gia Santos, where we will have kwentuhan on life's plot twists, ikigai, and new chapters.
Hello, guys. So, welcome to episode 3 of Off the Record podcast with Gia Santos. And today, meron tayong very special guest, a close friend of mine who's also a fellow electronics engineer. Ngayon ay financial coach na and founder of MIP or Millionaire in Progress. So, let's all welcome Prexel Parnacio. Hi, Prex. Wow,
Wow, naman ako sa lahat ng sinabi mo, close friend.
Wow! Yun talaga yung takeaway.
Oo, yung pinaka-takeaway ko. Dahil dyan, ano na.
Ayun. So, thank you sa pa-unlock ng aming invitation, Prex. Thank you. So, ngayon, itong podcast, how would you introduce yourself to those meeting you for the first time?
Depende kung nasan ako.
Oo.
Sige, for the purposes of the podcast,
Oo.
hi, I'm Prex at mukha akong pera.
I love that. Gusto ko yan.
Actually, yun lang talaga siya. In the simplest context.
Okay.
Mamaya natin halungkatin kung bakit.
Oh, okay. Wait lang. Paano ka napadpad doon sa mantra na yun or sa...
Sabi mo nga, I'm a financial coach. So, obviously, mukha akong pera. And it feels like very intriguing. Diba? It's, in our culture, very taboo yung money.
Oo.
Pero, pag sinabi mukha kang pera, bakit? And why would you use that to introduce yourself? Diba?
Yeah.
Pero that's the truth talaga. And that's what I do really. I teach, I talk about money. So,
Yep.
literally.
I love it. Kasi yung theme na tong podcast para sa first-time listeners and also for you, Prex, no? The theme of this is discussing about yung journey ng mga normal people, who went through life's plot twists, finding their ikigai, and how they uncovered their new chapters. And of course, I invited you because, well, aside from the other things I know. Yeah, I mean, kasi pareho tayo eh. ECE tayo, tapos
Yeah.
nag-take on tayo ng ibang career paths, kumbaga. So, maybe you can tell us a bit about your journey, how you started from ECE, tapos paano ka napadpad, or paano mo nahanap yung path mo ngayon, and if it's something that you would consider your ikigai or your reason for being.
Okay.
Lalim, no?
Parang mababang kwento to.
Okay.
Okay. So, nasabi mo nga na ECE. Tayo pareho. So, electronics engineering yan. So, I'm from St. Louis University in Baguio. Sa totoo lang, dun pa lang sa course na ECE, hindi ko rin sure kung paano ako napadpad doon.
Okay.
So, from high school, ang nakalagay pa nga sa yearbook ko noon, I want to be a doctor.
Wow.
Ganyan. And before that, in elementary, I wanted to be a newscaster. Di ba sobrang...
Dami. Lalayo ng
ang
mga
lalayo, ganyan.
Oo.
Pero pag ano ka na pala sa reality na, syempre, alam naman natin, pagiging doctor is not
madali.
cheap.
Oo. Yeah.
Actually yun,
Hindi
siya
madali.
hindi rin
Mahal
siya.
pa.
Yun, mahal din siya.
Oo.
And sabi, tinatanong ko yung parents ko, hindi ko rin talaga alam kung ano yung gusto kong path that time. Kasi, ang dami ko ring interest. Talaga. In high school, I liked biology. And, ang pinaka-ironic nito, I hated math.
Wow! You
Yes.
hated math?
Yes, I hated math kasi mahirap din talaga siya
Oo.
in a sense. And siguro kasi I'm very competitive.
Gets, oo.
So feeling ko, hindi talaga ako magaling doon. But, yung tatay ko, electronics engineering kasi siya. So, I was
okay.
heavily influenced by that. And sabi ko, parang okay naman siya. Okay naman yung
naman
work
yata.
niya. Okay naman kami. So, bakit okay
Okay.
to na career for me?
So, yun talaga yung main reason, tingin
Yes,
mo?
I think so. Na parang, at least siya kasi nakapagbigay siya, ganito yung ECE, ganyan. And wala namang ibang nagbigay sa akin ng advice. By the way, my mom is a teacher. And ayoko talagang mag-tooth kasi nakita ko it's very stressful, like at night, grabe lesson plan, laging puyat, working mom as well. So, sabi ko, hindi yan. So, ito na lang.
Parang weird kasi nagtuturo ka din ngayon technically.
Actually, yan yung isa sa mga plot twist din talaga.
So, spoilers.
Hindi, actually, that's a good point. Balikan natin mamaya. So, I took up engineering and turns out, good at math pala. Compared sa mga klase ko. Parang gano'n. I'm good at math. And then, 5 years ng engineering, di ba? I don't know kung same sa inyo na parang 4th year doon ka pipili ng major.
Sa amin, wala kami major.
Talaga?
Sa UP, ang nangyayari lang, parang meron lang mga laboratory na nag-specialize in different fields, pero hindi siya nagiging considered major namin.
Okay.
So, kunyari, merong about digital signal processing, merong about wireless communication, merong about innovation, and so, in instrumentation. So, sa akin, doon ako sa instrumentation. Parang ganun, innovation stuff.
Okay.
So, sa inyo?
So, sa amin talagang i-define mo yung path mo.
So, may major
may
talaga.
Major. So, kung ikaw, saan ka? Instrumentation? Ako, more sa communication naman yung pinili ko.
Yung mga may... oh my God. Yun yung may mga microwave,
yes.
RF.
Oo.
Shocks. Okay.
Ganun siya.
Wire flash shocks.
When I was on my 3rd year, biglang ayoko na nung course ko. Actually, dito alam ng parents ko. So, hi ma. Hi pa ako nanonood kayo. So, may reveal na ngayon. And when I was in 3rd year, umiyak ako sa pinsan ko. Na parang sabi ko, I don't think ito talaga yung gusto kong path.
Okay.
In that time, gusto ko mag-shift. And hulaan mo kung anong course.
Anong course yung gusto mo?
Psychology.
Very, multi-potentialite fields. Would you consider yourself a multi-potentialite?
I never used it to describe myself, pero siguro,
yun
or generalist, probably, I don't know. But, yun, kasi, ang reason nun, kasi diba, pag wala ka pa sa majors, may iba kang minor subjects. In general subjects.
So,
meron dong philosophy, psychology.
Psychology. Actually, favorite ko rin yung psych namin.
Diba? Tapos, ang galing ng mga teachers din. Tapos, and professors. Shocks na, in love talaga ako. And parang, oh my God. Ano na to, anong gagawin ko? But, I still pursued with the engineering.
Bakit? Ba't hindi mo pinursue yung psych?
Hindi ko maalala. Siguro takot din ako.
Takot ka naman.
And you've invested so much time. It will mean na babalik ka ulit.
Oo.
Diba?
Parang ulit ka na naman from the start.
Yeah. And I wasn't sure if impulsive thinking lang ba yun? Or it's just spur of the moment na gusto ko mag-psych. Pero right now, connect the dots
na lahat kung bakit napunta.
Kung bakit ko rin nagustuhan yun that time. And, yun. And surprisingly, I graduated with honors.
What the hell?
Diba? Sabi ko, hindi ko naman talaga to gusto.
Paano pa kung gusto mo, no?
Tapos, I graduated with honors. Siguro,
sa ECE, that's a sweet, ha? Ako parang barely getting by.
Ayun, siguro lang ako, very academic lang kasi ako since bata ako. It's not because nape-pressure ako. I don't know, maybe I just love learning and kung ano yung meron sa harap ko, I just want to give my best.
So you just do it na lang?
Oo, do it. Parang, andyan eh.
So parang nung, di ba na 3rd year, naisip mo kung mag-shift ka, but eventually you realize na mag-stay ka. So even if na ganun na yung state of mind mo, you still were able to give your best.
Yeah, galing, and siguro in-enjoy ko na lang din kung ano yung mga doon, pag-solve ng problems, paggawa ng mga circuit board.
Nakaka-enjoy nga yung analytical skills na na-build.
Yes.
Okay.
And somehow, yung psych mo and your mindset is getting developed then to solving those problems, mga ganyan. So,
ano yung thesis mo?
Oh my God. It's about a robot na parang nagdidig through siya. For example, may catastrophe or nag-collapse yung isang building.
So, robotics yung relate. Cool.
Ganun. Pero ano lang naman ako, documentation.
Grabe. Nilaglag yung sarili.
Kasi meron talaga sa team namin na magaling mag-code.
Okay, shoutout po sa thesis mates ni Prex.
Yes, hello guys. Thank you so much. Pinag-graduate ako.
Ilan kayo sa team ba nun?
5
5?
Yes.
Ang dami nyo, kami 2 lang.
Ganun.
Ayun nun.
Good for us.
Ang daya.
Diba?
Joke lang.
Ayun.
Okay.
Anyway, so actually, maisip ko lang right now na meron pang malaking hurdle before kami graduate. Thesis
Okay.
na yon and malapit na yung defense and all that. Tapos, nawala yung isang important component for
Ano?
project.
Capacity.
Hindi, sobrang,
Microcontroller.
parang microcontroller.
Oo.
And kinuha pa yun from China.
Yeah, oo, yung mga ganyang
So,
balakid.
Grabe, parang akala ko talaga hindi na ako gaabot sa graduation kasi syempre may deadline yun and all.
Oo.
And siguro few days lang before the actual defense or what, bigla siyang lumitaw with a letter
Okay.
saying, sorry, parang pinang ko kayo. Guys, parang,
What? Sino nag-prank?
until now, hindi namin alam
What?
kung sino. It's
Prank lang ba talaga yun? Or
I don't know.
sabotahe?
It's just so crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so that's
Buti
my
nahabol
college.
niyo yun.
Yeah, nakagraduate
Oo.
ako.
Ang galing. I mean, hindi siya magaling kasi prank pala siya. Anyway.
But
Okay.
what happened is really amazing.
Amazing, no? Tapos after college, nag-work ka na agad, no? Or nag-board
Ano
exam.
pa? Board exam pa.
Pero focus ka rin sa board exam after college.
Yes.
Same.
Focus sa review,
Oo.
board exam.
Nag-ano ka ba? Sa Manila ka ba nag-review?
Hindi, sa Baguio. Pwede.
Okay.
And that it, Jumawa, mga gano'n.
Sumawa?
Yun yung mga chapters nun. And then, after board exam, hindi pa ako naghanap ng work kaagad. Parang gusto ko magpahinga.
Nagpahinga ka?
Hindi, nag-garage sale ako.
Nag-garage sale na?
Garage sale lang ng mga gamit. Kung
Okay,
ano,
sa Baguio.
nagbenta. Oo, benta ng kung ano-ano. And kasi kahit before pa, malig na ako magbenta. Na kung ano-ano. So,
Okay.
yeah, anyway, parang, nung time na yun, parang pinaparinggan na ako ng
Nanay mo?
ganyan. So,
So,
eventually, I had to find a job.
Ilang months ka ba nag-garage sale? Sorry naman.
Mga 3 buwan.
Gano'ng kadaming gamit yan, girl? Buong bahay niyo ba ginarage?
Hindi, actually, yung iba doon, hindi lumang gamit.
Mga bagong...
Parang yung iba buy and sell.
Parang nag-buy and sell ka na din.
May ganun. Nagsimula na talaga.
Talagang
that time.
entrepreneurship na rin
That
yung...
time.
Oo.
And hindi ko pa naisip yung term na entrepreneurship and business that time. I just really enjoyed selling. Yeah.
Love it.
Ayun.
Tapos nung nagparinig ng nanay mo.
Nagsimula na ako maghanap ng trabaho.
Okay.
And from all the opportunities, nakita ko na wala sa Baguio. Siguro. And I tried to go here sa Metro Manila.
Okay.
So, isa siguro yun sa mga life-changing or plot twists that I had to go through. Siyempre, all my life, I'm living with my family, comfortable, sa Baguio, malamig, pagdating sa Manila.
Ang init!
So, yun talaga yung pinaka-struggle ko, plus traffic.
Ibang usapan yung traffic.
Iba yun. Kasi it's super crazy. Like, I've been to Baguio, I'm sure. Nakita mo naman, di ba? Super chill lang.
Oo.
Yung panahon, yung mga tao.
I love going to Baguio kasi every year kami ng family, yun yung default namin na pinupuntahan pag summer. Simula bata ako. So, never kami nag-travel outside Luzon before. Like, Baguio talaga. So, parang ang dami kong special memory sa Baguio. So, kaya nga, namimiss ko rin sa minsan. Anyway, pero yung ano kasi, ang cozy.
Yes.
Ang cozy, ang chill, ang lamig. Well,
diba? Sobrang opposite.
Sobrang opposite ng Metro Manila.
So, anyway, dun sa una kong in-applyan na job, actually, in a day, nagkaroon ako ng job offer.
What? Saan yan? Yung diretso na sa Emerson?
Hindi,
iba pa.
Ibang pwede ko ba sabihin yung kumpanya?
Okay lang.
Okay. So, Accenture yun.
Okay.
Pero, nababaan ako sa offers. Kaya tinatanong ko, pwede ko sabihin
Pwede natin i-beep.
Beep
pero okay lang off the record naman.
Nababaan ako sa offer, knowing na I had to pay for rent.
Okay.
Right? Buti meron din yung pinsan ko na kumukup sa akin. Pero syempre, I had to contribute. And then, adjustment, syempre, sa yung sarili mong pagkain. Sobrang ibang-iba siya dati. Wala akong problema sa pagkain and all of that. Transpo. So, sabi ko, I had to think about it muna. Or parang tinayin down ko dati. Hindi ko na maalala. And then, sabi ko, nasa Manila na ako. Parang limited lang yung time ko to stay, to look for a job. Sabi ko, ano kayang gagawin ko? While I was scrolling on Facebook, nakita ko tong isang senior ko sa ECE rin dati.
Okay.
Na meron siyang travel abroad.
Okay.
Tapos nakita ko related sa work niya. Sabi ko, baka sakali lang, ate, baka naman may opening dyan sa inyo.
Okay.
And she responded naman, sabi niya, kausapin niya raw yung boss niya. So I remember around December yan. And
Gusto bang
then,
ibigay yung year? Age tayo na to eh.
2014.
2014. Magkabatch
2014.
tayo. Magkabatch ba
Hindi ko
tayo?
alam.
Anong year ka pumasok ng college? 2010?
2014 ako graduate.
So, 2009 ka pumasok ng
Yes.
college. 1 year older ka pa. Anyway, sige.
Ayun.
2014.
So, umuwi na ako ng Baguio kasi hindi ko naman nahintay agad yung result. And
Mm.
then, parang katatapos na ata ng Pasko or New Year yun, nakatanggap ako ng tawag. And
Okay.
inaasa kong bumalik sa Manila for an interview. And
Okay.
long story short, I got the job.
Ito na yung
Ito na yun, yung sa Emerson.
Emerson.
And hindi rin siya easy na job.
Talaga ba? Hindi siya easy na job?
IT siya.
Technically kasi ang hirap nung blurred yung lines between ECE and IT.
Somehow, oo. Tapos marami rin kasi doon na ECE. Pero yung job is not really ECE related. It's
Oo.
not even about data.
Okay.
Ganyan, and wireless stuff. It's cybersecurity
Oo
siya.
nga, cybersecurity.
Hindi na talaga nagtuloy-tuloy yung buhay ko.
Oo.
Lagi lang may era na ganito. Ito yung topic. Ito yung topic.
Kung saan-saan na
Yeah.
napadpad. Yun yung sa diba? Sa may SM North banda.
Yes.
Nag-interview
Yes.
din ako doon ka-graduate eh.
Oh,
Actually.
okay,
Oo.
okay.
Pero hindi ako nakuha kasi tinanong ako parang, willing ka ba magtrabaho pag holiday? Sabi ko, hindi.
Ano naman sa'yo?
Sorry.
Usually kasi on-call pag IT, no?
Oo. Anyway, so, nag-stay ka sa Emerson for how many years?
Okay. 9
9
years.
years. Sige, mamaya
Yes.
na yung paano ka
Yes,
nawala.
9
Kasi,
years.
pero alam ko, habang nasa Emerson ka, doon na rin yung nag-start yung nagpupursue ka rin ng financial-related
Yes.
career.
Yes. So,
Okay.
first year, parang syempre, focus muna sa work. Inaaral lahat kasi lahat bago. But eventually, na-bore ako in a sense na, ang aga kasi ng out ko.
Ano oras out?
6 a.m. pasok ko, 3:00,
Oh,
nakauwi na ako.
wow.
And, thankful ako kasi yung traffic, naiiwasan ko. So, pero
Actually.
pagdating ko ng mga 4:00, 4:30 sa apartment, sa boarding house namin ng pinsan ko, hindi ko alam kung ano gagawin ko.
Gets? Saan yung boarding house niya? Malapit lang.
Hindi, medyo malayo pa ako nun. So, the office dati sa Boni,
Okay.
tapos sa Manila area, yung
boarding.
yung boarding house namin. Yes.
Okay. So, nung nababore ka na, pag uwi mo ng maaga.
So, napaisip ulit ako kung continue kayo nagbebenta-benta ko.
Okay.
Tapos additional na din, di ba?
Additional
Sa income.
income.
Syempre, pag first job mo, hindi naman expect na hindi pa ako regular noon.
Oo nga.
Right?
Oo.
So, yun. So, benta-benta ng kung ano-ano din.
Online yan.
Online binibenta. Yes.
Online mo
Tapos,
binibenta.
pero physical yung
Product,
mga products. Yes. So, doon na siya nag-start. And then, ang dami nang nangyari na I got into self-development trainings.
Okay.
Na fina-fund ko rin on my own.
Okay.
Books, of course. Mentorships, mga ganon. Online, offline seminars.
Did you remember
mga ganyan.
one specific moment or time kung paano ka napadpad sa that part of the, yung self-development ecosystem or industry?
Hindi ko sure.
Para may
Pero
kahit
siguro when it comes to money, meron.
Okay.
So, I remember itong isang office mate ko, in-invite niya ako sa church.
Okay.
Okay, church siya sa may Ortigas. Then, sumasama naman ako. It's interesting, it's a community, ganyan. Then, she gave me a book. Actually, booklet siya. Something na parang 5 steps to getting closer with God, something like that. And then, binasa ko siya. Sobrang nipis lang, siguro 50 pages. Tapos maliit pa na book. And then, the author is Bo Sanchez.
Oh, local book. Yeah, Bo
Yes.
Sanchez.
And then, so na-curious ako kasi he's kind of different because aside from spirituality, he also talks a lot about wealth.
Yeah, oo.
So, sinerch ko siya.
Okay.
And then, wow, ang dami niya parang libro. Super dami niyang book.
Yeah.
And yung pinaka naging interested ako na book niya is yung 8 Secrets of Wealth. Parang ganon. So, I got
This was mga 2015, 2016.
2016-ish. Yun. So, yun na. Doon na
Doon
nag-start.
nag-start.
Sobrang fascinated ako na, shucks, you can be abundant, you can be wealthy, money can work for you. Yung mga patang, doon ako na, kasi growing up, we were just taught to save money.
Yeah.
As in, yun lang. And I really admire that about my parents and I grew up with that value. Pero doon, shucks, money can work for you. Ano yun? Parang sobrang akong na-intriga. Sobrang bagong concept. And doon na nag-start lahat yung interest ko.
Okay. And then, ano yung first career mo related sa ganyan? Well, say aside from selling,
Career,
no?
aside from selling.
Oo.
Okay.
Kasi alam ko marami kang pinagdaanan din na side hustles.
Yes. Eto, plot twist ulit. Sa opisina ulit. So, madami talagang
Dami plot
contribution
twist.
yung corporate world ko. I was
Oh.
eating lunch na mag-isa or snack. Tapos biglang may lumapit na office mate ko, chika-chika, ganyan. Tapos biglang i-invite niya ako sa isang event. Di ba? Ako naman,
Daming
sige, chika,
invite.
di ba?
Oo.
Kasi I feel like I should just be open to
Yeah, open
possibilities.
to
Di ba?
possibilities.
Malay mo.
Yeah.
And yun na nga, isa yun sa mga malay mo na naging nagbago ng buhay ko.
Okay.
Okay, so sumama ako. It turns out, it's an organization that teaches about financial literacy.
Okay.
So I became part of that organization. And surprisingly, yung isa sa mga ina-admire, ina-idol ko talaga na OG when it comes to personal finance sa Pilipinas.
Nandun.
He's part of that organization.
Okay.
So I got to interact with him closely, like naging friend, na-interview sa podcast, and he opened so much opportunity for me
Sino to?
until now. Fitz Villaferte.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So siya talaga yung parang kino-consider mo na ano, no?
One of my
Close
mentors talaga. And that started dahil lang sumama ako.
Sa isang invite na
ng
yun.
office mate ko.
Na ang galing nung nung realization na 'di ba yung corpo people who are in the space of entrepreneurship or coaching would say na wala ka mapapala sa corpo.
Sa 9 to 5.
Oo, sa 9 to 5. Pero it's something that allowed you to unlock these opportunities while at the same time keeping the security while you were exploring.
Yes.
Nice.
So I consider myself to be really lucky.
Really lucky, no?
Yes.
Pero aside from luck, kasi it wasn't just luck kasi if you weren't open to the opportunities, walang mangyayari. What do you think is something that contributed to that mindset na parang take ka lang ng risk, open ka sa mga possibilities?
That time hindi ko siya iniisip na risk taker ako or what.
Okay.
Parang siguro natural lang.
Natural lang.
I'm just really curious about things na andito na nga ako from Baguio, pumunta ako ng Manila, ano pa ba yung a-attend lang ko?
Nga,
diba?
no?
Ginawa ko
kasi technically, ang laking move din to move from Baguio to Manila.
Yes.
So, oo nga naman. Ano nga naman ba yung ka na lang ng
so, yun
event?
na lang yung inisip ko. And as long as siguro safe. Pero winawarn lang ako ng mga tao na, wait, stay here, mag-isip ka muna. Ganun yung
may naalala ko ibang doon pero mamaya. Pero yun.
Ayun.
Okay.
Ganun siya nag-start.
Tapos, you built a career na in that company, no? Organization din, yung financial literacy.
Yes. And that's where I learned how to sell. Like, totoong selling na to, yung benta-benta online. You have to talk to people. You have quota to reach. So, talagang sales.
How long did you last in that side
hustle?
Siguro,
3 and a half.
Tagal din.
Yes. And while in the corporate.
Well, in corporate,
yes.
no? And then, alam ko, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, si Prex ay isa sa mga na-feature dati sa Diaryo for her financial literacy content on TikTok. So, nung time na yan din ba, yung nag-start ka mag-TikTok?
Hindi. So, Millionaire in Progress, my personal brand, started in Facebook.
Okay.
Talaga. So,
what year?
2017.
Kasabay nung journey mo doon.
Oo, around the same time na nag-start ako doon. Kasi, I just wanna share online. Sinare ko kasi muna sa family and friends. Tapos parang wala namang interesado.
Ganyan yung sabi nila, no? Mas nakakakuha ka pa ng interest sa strangers.
Siguro kasi, hindi naman sila akala ko dati parang ganun. Pero maybe, hindi lang talaga sila interested. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na kapag friends or family mo, same na kayo na interest.
That's true.
So, I had to find for people. May people, di ba?
Yung tribe mo, basically.
Yun din yung interest. So, aside from personal finances, self-development topics, self-help, ganun din yung mga topics na pinapost ko doon. And may mga paliklik naman isa-isa until it grew. And when people look at my page right now, wala, ang dami ng likes ng picture, ganyan. Hindi nyo ba alam na 2017 pa yung nag-start? Tagal na pala. Oo, kaya ganyan.
Yung mga friends mo or mga lahat?
Bago na nakikilala ko right now, pag may kita nilang may page ako, parang na-amaze sila na ang dami daw likes, followers. Hindi yan, gusto ko lang sabihin na hindi siya overnight.
Yun yung isang no, parang people would think na nakita lang nila nagka-succeed ka, tingin nila overnight success. But they didn't see what you had to go through since 2017.
Yes.
What would you say parang biggest challenges you encountered as you were starting MIP?
That time kasi, I didn't see MIP as something that would be like this, like maybe a company and a brand talaga. Kasi dati pwede ka lang gumawa ng
Oo nga,
Facebook
gagawa ka
page.
lang naman ng
And diary lang siya. Like,
diary
wala
siya.
masyadong pakialam dati. Siguro, it's really the pressure din of showing up online. Kasi
Okay.
online is a different world.
That's true.
Talaga, you have, akala mo madali lang talaga mag-post. But when people engage positive, okay. But
Okay.
when people engage
Negative.
negatively, it really affects you in a way na kahit 1,000 yung positive na comments, may isa lang na negative. Doon ka
Actually,
na-focus.
yes.
Right? And also, syempre, gusto mo maraming likes.
Oo,
So,
oo. Kasi affirmation
nakaka-pressure.
siya, 'di ba? Na parang feeling mo pag mababa yung engagement, parang di ka nakakapagbigay ng value. Pero
It's sayang effort ko.
sayang yung effort mo.
Parang ganon.
Oo.
So,
Actually, yun yung mga yung ganyan, yung nade-discourage with the lack of engagement or nagkakaroon ng basher. Yan yung what causes a lot of people or most people even to quit what they're doing. So what kept you going in spite of that?
Actually, may mga times din talaga nag-hiatus din talaga ako.
Okay.
Kasi burnout siya din sabay din sa work. But eventually, I see the online part as just, ngayon na to, na parang it's just one part of the whole business. Yung financial coaching business ko. It's not me. I'm not millionaire in progress online. It's just a part of marketing.
Nice.
Kumbaga, the people avail my paid programs because they see the free value online. Kung marketing lang siya. And also, in a way, people who can't afford to pay pa, di ba?
Oo.
May nakuha na agad
silang
silang value. So, dun pa lang, okay na ako. Kahit in-bash lang ako. Faceless people.
Okay. Tama naman. Parang, I mean, kahit ano naman gawin natin sa life, merong mga taong may masasabi kasi we can't please everyone.
Yeah.
So for you, Prex, would you consider itong ginagawa mo ngayon na career path as your ikigai?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
I can confidently say that it is. It checks all the 4 boxes.
Okay.
Diba? Ng ikigai.
Oo. Ang galing eh. So para sa mga hindi familiar, ikigai, what you love doing, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. As you were going through that journey, kasi syempre, sabay pa yung corpo mo as cybersecurity, tapos itong financial career mo. At what point did you realize na, itong financial career talaga yung ikigai ko?
Matagal na.
Kasi matagal na.
Matagal na. Kaso lang, yun nga.
So, parang sa start pa lang, alam mo na yun talaga.
Hindi naman sa start.
Siguro mga what part of the journey?
Siguro, let's say, around 2021-ish. Siguro, that time, I started receiving messages from people na parang nakausap ko kahit nung nasa isang company pa ako noong 2017 na parang nagti-thank you, na okay, nakabayad na ako ng utang ko. There's this one particular guy na sa milk tea shop, gumagawa kami doon, lista kami ng mga utang, ganyan. And in 2021, I received a message na, "Hi ate, dito na ako sa ibang bansa, nabayaran ko na yung utang nila mama, okay na ako," ganyan. And naalala ko yung session na ginawa. So parang shiver. Talaga na parang, oh my God, I'm really doing something valuable.
Grabing impact.
Okay. So, doon din siguro yung nag-fuel na to really go for the financial coaching.
Oo. Registered ka na, din, di ba?
Yes.
Sorry, RFP.
Financial planner as well. So, that covers the technical aspect.
Oo.
So, yun. Ang
galing eh, kasi in a country like the Philippines, part talaga ng kultura nga natin to avoid talking about finances.
Yes.
But, I guess something for people to consider is how can you live your best life if you are not mindful about your finances? And
exactly.
Diba? Ang galing kasi yung share mo na story. So yung mga people that you have coached, they were able to pursue the things that they love because they didn't have to worry about money anymore. Or not siguro anymore, but not that much na sa mga challenges.
And yun siguro yung money gives you options.
Money gives you options.
In life, diba? Na hindi naman ibig sabihin na kapag may pera ka na, gastos dito, gastos dyan, luxury. But you can afford that if you want to.
Yes.
Diba? And also, live a simpler life. Pwede rin naman. Basta may options ka, hindi yung wala ka ng choice.
Kasi money is a tool, basically. Segue lang konti. Kasi with Reco, what we're doing is we're working with authors, no? So, ito yung mga, usually, ang scenario nila, parang ganyan, na meron silang full-time career sa corpo or something, na ibang job. And then, they pursue their author career on the side.
Okay.
And one of the things we noticed, I think in general, not just I mean, in particular sa art or sa creative industry, merong aversion to talking about money because yun nga parang
It's just a sensitive and
it's a
emotional
sensitive emotional topic. But ako naman, like personally, ang nakikita ko kasi, like what I said, if you have control of their finances, kunyari may book kang pinublish, it will allow you to publish more and to create more and to reach more people if you have a little bit mindfulness about your
Yes.
money. So I guess siguro yung question ko for you, like what do you think is something that people in the creative industry or authors can keep in mind para ma-shift yung perspective nila, okay, money is not something that you have to avoid. Parang money is yun nga, it gives you options, but maybe something that maybe a story or an anecdote or
Kasi you love creating something. And aminin man natin o hindi, lahat ng gagawin natin will involve money.
yeah.
But you just have to accept that. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, papakamapir ka, okay na kahit wala akong pera, I get to do what I love. How would you do that if you don't have money? You have to feed yourself.
Yeah, survive.
Specifically books, you have to publish.
Yeah.
Diba? Like,
It's
kung
an
ano bang
investment.
maka-involve
Oo, lahat ng dami kasi parang you have to hire an editor, work with a publisher or look for printing companies.
Libre ba yun? Yun lang naman yung tanong doon.
Oo.
Hindi, diba? So, yung nga, looking at money is a tool to live your best life.
Yeah.
To pursue your purpose in life, your ikigai.
That's
diba?
true.
It's really an instrument. So, yun lang. Keep that in mind. And I know it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
I know.
Sobra.
I
Lalo
know
na
that.
I think sobrang laki pa rin ng hurdles in the Philippine culture to talk about money. Kaya nga sobrang gusto ko yung ginagawa mo talaga. I mean, you're making an impact online. And right now, online, ang daming nare-reach. And I feel like the audience you reach yung may mga nako-convert ka eh. May mga nako-convert ka na ay averse about money before and now they can see it more objectively as just a tool.
Yeah.
So ngayon, so you mentioned, 'di ba, matagal mo nang alam na yun yung ikigai mo. At one point mo na-decide na okay, it's time to quit. Kasi for those who don't know, nag-quit si sige.
Nag-quit ako ng job.
Ng corporate.
Yes.
So 9 years ka dun, no?
Oo. So from 2015, nag-quit ako ng 2024 on April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day, nga.
Yun.
Yeah.
So 9 years.
Ano yung parang what made you decide finally?
Okay. So first, hindi talaga yun yung first time na attempt ako mag-business. So the first time was in 2019. So kinausap lang ako ng HR.
Okay.
Which is, I'm very grateful for kasi that time, iba pa talaga yung path na balak ko.
Okay.
And 2019 yun before mag-pandemic.
Pandemic.
So imagine, di ba? So, super grateful ako dun sa HR who turned out to be a friend of mine.
Shout
out Miss Celine, who really gave me opportunities then when it comes to the finance. Okay, so anyway, so neto, yung totoo na talagang nag-quit ako, what gave me the confidence, of course, I have backup money.
Okay, kasi naipon mo na siya.
Actually, yun lang naman talaga. Lahat naman tayo, pwede tayong mag-quit ng something kaagad na hindi natin gusto if money is not an issue. But it's always an issue.
It's always an issue. Reality-wise, kailangan ng pera.
Unless unlimited yung pera mo. So, I had to prepare for that for years. I prepared for that, really. And also, building the business, diba? Making it somehow stable. Pero, syempre, hindi pa rin.
Parang never yata magiging stable.
Ganun talagang negosyo.
Business,
kahit product or service. And then, I just really felt na pag pumapasok ko sa opisina, yung wala na talagang spark.
Pag pumapasok ka, parang wala na talagang spark.
When I work. And I feel like it's a disservice as well to the company and the people I work with na parang hindi na ako all in. Hindi ba sa all in, pero wala na talaga ako doon. I'm just there physically. That's it.
Gets. Parang na-detach ka na.
Detached na talaga.
Okay.
So sabi ko, siguro ito na yung time. Pero I needed a lot of help and support from my friends. Na pressure na talaga ako. Kailan ka na mag-resign?
Pressure siya, girl.
So, sa mga boss ko, ito po isa sa dahilan.
Sorry.
Kung ba't ako nag-resign.
So, no.
So yun, but I'm grateful na parang this is something, pinakamalaking plot twist.
Pinakamalaking plot twist na yan.
So far,
yan na yun.
pinakamalaking plot twist na I never imagined that I would be able to to give up a job that pays well, na hindi naman ganun kahirap talaga. Hindi nga ako on call like normal working hours ako. And okay yung office culture. Wala akong masabi kasi nga,
Parang hirap bitawan.
di ba sabi ko nga, yung mga office mates ko pa, they supported and
Super
contributed
supportive.
to wherever I am now.
Yun yung biggest plot twist na tingin mo.
So far, yes.
Okay. So right now, no, you've been going through this journey na building your own company, your brand, MIP, for almost a year, I would say.
Na since nag-resign ako, na-register siya
focus
legally.
talaga. Na-register siya legally. Focus, no? How was the experience so far for you?
Naiyak na lang.
Naiyak na lang bigla.
Well, it's not as bad as I expected it to be.
Okay.
But it's not stable din talaga.
No.
From having a job na nasanay ka ng 9 years na sure na kahit pumetiks ka, may susweldohin ka. Ito, iba. It's a really different game. I would say there are months na okay. Hindi lang sa pera. Okay? Even with the things that's happening around, well-being, mentally, then emotionally, parang lahat matitest talaga when you pursue entrepreneurship. I'm sure you know that.
Iyak tayo pag nagsalita ako dito, wag na lang muna.
But right now, I'm enjoying it. And sometimes naisip ko, I should have done this sooner.
Talaga?
May mga times na ganun kapag okay lahat.
Pero pag nasa down ka, shit, mas ako nag-resign.
Ganun. But majority of the time, I think having the freedom of location, having the freedom of time, attending a guest interview on a midday, and being able to gala with my mother, with you guys, mag-grocery ka ng Wednesday, ng tanghali. Talagang, I will not trade it for that.
And ang galing no? Kasi parang, people would think that it's easy to pursue entrepreneurship because you have freedom and all. Pero yun nga, as always, it has trade-offs. And it all boils down to knowing what you value the most in your life.
Yes.
And I guess for both of us, it's time. I mean, of course, we value money. It's part of it dapat. Kasi nga, Tama. Pero more than that, it's, kasi kung yun lang, kung security lang yan, we would stay in a corporate job. But it's I guess it's the time freedom and the location freedom and being able to do what we want to do without someone else telling us to do so. So ngayon, sa Millionaire in Progress, okay lang ba magbigay ka estimate? Like, how many people na yun nasa community mo? Kasi, di ba, parang building it from scratch, starting from zero to now.
I don't know. Pag sinabing community, like, paano mo ni-define? Is it the followers? Or...
Siguro lahat. The followers, yung mga, I think may FB group ka din, di ba?
Yes, the group. Oh my God, ang dami. Kasi siguro TikTok yung pinaka-madami. But in terms of engagement, nasa threads kasi ako. Lahat na talaga,
threads,
no?
Lahat na
talaga pinasok. 100 probably.
Okay, dami rin.
More or less.
It all comes down to, hindi ka na-pressure to create content because you just love what you're doing. Tama ba? Or...
It's, part of it. And also, my content is more of, like, just stories of my life.
Stories of your life, no?
Present
Anecdotes
in the past, and also stories of the people I encountered. Ganun lang siya. So, walang pressure kasi parang ka lang nagda-diary.
Actually, ako, like, sobrang dami ko natutunan from your stories.
Wow.
Kasi,
totoo ba yan?
Totoo din kasi for me, I grew up, yung parents ko, hindi naman, I love yung parents, but like, hindi sila financially literate. Hindi sila, like, pag nagkwento ka about your parents, how sobrang galing nila mag-save, how they started yung rental business nyo from the ground up. Ang dami kong nakukuha na lessons from your dad. Nalalala ko yung meron kang listahan dati ng mga advice din niya. So, ang galing kasi for those people like me who didn't grow up in a similar environment with those teachings, we learn from your natural stories. And I guess yung question ko naman next would be, aside from learning from your parents, from the mentors that you've had, were there any books that influenced you to go over those plot twists in your life?
Oh my God, ang dami. Ang dami. Pero siguro it's not like books meron din definitely books that help me go over the plot twist. Pero books na nag-cause ng plot twist
Ay, hindi
sa
naman
buhay
nag-cause.
ko.
Parang nag-help you to go through the plot twist. Like, kunyari, meron bang times where you felt unsure or lost? Tapos, maybe what books helped you navigate
Okay.
that? Or,
Siguro I would say one of my favorite talaga na books. Naalala ko 'to kasi while I was reading the book, sabi ko, "Magkano ba 'tong librong 'to? ₱290." Sabi ko, "Paano itong isang libro na 'to na puwedeng magpabago ng buhay ng isang tao is ₱290 lang?"
oh,
Like, I cannot believe it na para siyang it's gold for me.
okay.
Tapos ito na yung presyo niya. Anyway, the book is Seven Habits of Highly Effective
Yeah.
People.
Okay.
So, siguro I read so much self-help books,
Mm-mm.
but kung summarize siguro 'yun sa
Okay.
isang libro, I think that would be it.
Okay.
Kung mag-o-overview ka ng lahat and you want to
Stephen Covey.
parang
Tama ba?
yes, Stephen Covey. And
Covey.
na-curious ako sa libro na 'yun kasi nakita ko rin siya isa 'yun sa mga trainings namin sa corpo.
Okay.
Seven Habits,
Bits.
yun yung title. Sabi ko, ano 'tong Seven Habits na 'to? Tapos nung umattend ako ng Big Bad Wolf, tama ba?
Big Bad Wolf,
Oo,
yeah.
nakita ko siya dun.
Good.
Libro pala 'to.
Ah,
So I got
ah.
it and yun, super,
Ano yung
super
main
helpful.
takeaways mo from that book na tumatak sa'yo? Na hanggang ngayon siguro carry mo pa.
Ang dami, pero siguro one of the things is really focusing on the things that you can control.
Focusing
I
on the
think
things
that's
that you
my
can
mantra.
control.
That's why when people label nga ako na parang walang pakialam. Parang
Actually,
ganon.
yun yung ano ko sa'yo. Actually, that's one of the things I admire about you. Kasi feeling ko, ako, sobra akong, OA, may pakialam ako. Ikaw, parang ako, ikaw yung nonchalant friend ko that I admire so much on that aspect. Anyway, pero yeah.
Kasi I think I deliberately chose to be that way. Kasi pag pinakialaman ko lahat, mababaliw na ako.
Yes.
Right?
It's true.
And you'll feel so much about the bad things that's happening. What if I focus my time on energy on things that I can control and maybe I can make a difference with that?
Love it. Okay. Meron ka pang ibang books that tumatak sa'yo in finance or self-development?
Ang dami. Probably one would be Essentialism.
Essentialism, kakatapos ko lang yan nung isang araw. Like,
How was it?
parang, kasi pag nagbabasa ako ng libro, hindi siya isang upuan lang. So, mga isang taon o 2 taon bago ko siya natapos. Kasi,
And that's fine.
diba?
It's okay.
Kasi
Yeah.
nag-stop ako per chapter. Tapos sobrang, and what I realized, tuwing nababasa ko yung chapter, lagi siyang applicable sa kung anong kailangan kong marinig at the moment. So, kaya nga din, nag-decide ako to focus on the startup, on what we're doing now with the Reco. So, for you, what point in your life mo binasa yung Essentialism and anong impact niya sa'yo?
Siguro nabasa ko siya 2022.
Okay.
Yun. Na parang, within MIT, ang dami rin kasing, di ba? Ang dami ring moving parts ng isang negosyo.
Oo.
Sabi ko, gulong-gulo na ako. And solopreneur, di ba?
Oo,
So, ano ba
solopreneur.
talaga dito? So, and not just that, there were times din kasi na napapabayaan ko yung ibang aspects ng life ko, like health, relationships.
Yeah.
So, it helped me truly determine what matters to me. And I think yun, ano talaga yung mga essential, basically,
Yeah.
sa buhay. And for me, that's, of course, my career, what I do. Kasi, di ba, I give value to the community, family and relationships, and then health. I think right now, hanggang ngayon, yung pa rin talaga yung mga fino-focus.
Ang galing kasi once you have that clarity, it empowers you talaga to make better decisions na hindi mo pagsisihan kahit may trade-offs. Parang,
Yes.
in a way, napaisip ka kung may pagsisihan ka ba?
Wala naman.
Yeah, okay. Tapos nabanggit mo kanina, no, parang isang book din ni Bo Sanchez yung nabasa mo na I think made an impact. Are there other Filipino authored books that made an impact sa'yo?
Ito hindi naman talaga made an impact, pero somehow an instrument sa love life.
Gusto ko, ano yan?
Alam mo ba, di ko alam kung alam mo to.
Ano yan?
Diba yun naman how we met my boyfriend.
Sana all my boyfriend!
So, we had a conversation online. So, sobrang bilis lang nung una kaming nagkausap. Kasi gabi na yun. Tapos, wala nang sumunod na conversation. And then, 2 days after, biglang nag-send siya ng book. Sabi niya, hello, baka magustuhan mo to. Something like that. So, pareho kasi kaming taga-Baguio, surprisingly. Right? Tapos yung book na sinend niya is The Baguio We Know.
The ano?
The Baguio We Know.
The Baguio We Know.
Yes. So,
okay.
it's a collection of short stories from folks who are from Baguio or nagstay sa Baguio for quite a time.
Mm-mm.
Then, ayun, I bought the book. Landi yarn.
Hindi yun.
I bought the book and hindi ko pa naman nababasa lahat but it's ang galing na parang, shucks, may mga ganito palang libro.
May mga ganong libro.
Na parang Filipino authors kasi parang feeling ko ngayon when we search for good books, puro international authors talaga yung lumalabas. And, di ba, Boo Sanchez, yun nga yung nagpabago sa buhay ko. So, talagang, proof siya na, ang dami pa ng magagandang libro by Filipino authors if only they are given a chance and a platform.
Yeah.
Right? So,
And actually, yun din yung isang nakita namin when we interviewed authors from outside Metro Manila.
okay.
So, yung iba, yung motivation nila is to show their readers ano yung culture, to preserve the culture of their province, of their origins. So, ang ganda nung shinare mo, no? Parang the Baguio that we know. Kasi, alam naman natin na parang ngayon, hindi ko alam yung tamang term, pero parang Baguio nagiging tourist destination na lang.
Actually, yun yung point ng libro. Yes,
Oh,
yun. Tapos
okay.
doon, dinidescribe yung old Baguio.
Yeah.
Like, how it used to be.
How it used to be. So, ang galing na yun, isang tool din pala ang libro sa panglalande, guys.
Yes, kaya basa-basa.
Basa-basa din, send din ng recommendation sa nilalande.
Reco.
Oh my gosh. So, yun. Gusto ko sanang tanungin pa yung about love life stuff mo pero wag na lang muna.
PM nyo na lang ako.
PM na lang siya. Kasi, so yun, siguro before we wrap up and end, or ikaw pala, baka may tanong ka sa akin? Wala naman.
Wala pa naman. Ano ba? Ikaw, siguro, di ba sinabi ko yung 7 Habits? So, siguro yun yung pinaka-favorite kong book of all. Ikaw, meron ka bang something equivalent?
In terms of ang dami kong librong, oo nga eh.
Oo nga.
So, as a
chief, ano ba?
Chief book hoarder.
Chief book hoarder.
Overall is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Nabasa mo din ba?
So, dini-read ko siya right now. Okay.
Okay, yes. Nasaan part ka na? Gitna, ganyan. Patapos na. Yeah. So, for me, nabasa ko siya nung high school just because of a book report. Pero di ba pag sa school, sa book report, may guide questions to help you reflect and understand the meaning. It was one of the things that really made an impact on how I achieve the world. Lalo na yung when you truly want something, the universe conspires to help you achieve it. And doon ako nag-start manifest na, okay, what college I wanna go to, what kind of job I wanna have, yung mga ganun. So, it's something that I still reread every now and then just to remind me that there's magic in the journey. And if alam mo yung personal legend mo, you don't just have to know the direction. You don't have to know it at the moment.
Yes.
So, yun. Gusto na. Ang saya ko na binasa mo na rin.
Nabasa. I think mga high school.
High school din.
Kasi kasabay niya yung parang mga Mitch Albom.
Oo, yung mga sikat na Twilight. Joke.
Yes.
No hate. Oh my God, pat. Joke. Ayun, okay. So last few things, no, what would you advise our listeners who are probably going through a phase in their life right now, a plot twist or feeling lost, ganyan, figuring things out?
Okay. So, ito rin yung pinahawakan ko pag may big decisions ako sa life, especially nga nung nag-resign ako, naka-post talaga to doon sa aking board. So, it's from a speech ni Steve Jobs. So, sabi niya doon, something like parang, you cannot connect the dots moving forward. You can only connect it backwards. Diba? So, you have to trust in something, whether it's destiny or fate or karma or what. Kailangan lang talaga may panghawakan ka.
Yeah.
Diba? Because in the end, you have no choice but to trust your instincts, trust your gut. And eventually, if your heart is in whatever you do, it will be parang maging okay na lahat in the end. So,
I love that. So, ngayon, Prex, so sa mga listeners natin who wanna reach out to you, maybe read your content, learn from it, or avail your financial coaching services, where can they find you?
Okay, so you can find me in Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Instagram. Nandun sa lahat. Millionaire in Progress. But I also have a website, millionaireinprogress.com.
millionaireinprogress.com. And ang handle mo sa mga Instagram is Prex MIP.
Like literal Prex.
MIP.
Yes.
Okay. Ngayon, some bonus question.
Akala ko wrap up na yun.
Last na talaga.
Sige.
If your life, what would the title be?
ano ba, if my life was a book, ang hirap pero parang bumabalik sa akin yung isa sa mga phrases na favorite ko din, which is Love of Fate. Fate na F-A-T-E.
Amor Fati mo.
Yes, it's also tattooed on me.
Yeah.
Love of Fate. Kasi, yun sabi ko nga, dun sa advice, di ba, na yun ang pinanghahawakan mo and there's always a reason why things happen. You don't have to figure it out everything right now. Parang just follow your heart.
Love it. Thank you so much, Frex, sa pagpapaunlak at sa mga words of wisdom mo in this episode. So, thank you.
Thank you din. Thank you for having me, Ed. I enjoyed it.
Yay! Saya, daw kasi chikahan lang eh.
Yes.
I guess that's it for today's Kwentuhan. Thank you for listening and I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'm Gia Santos, and for more info about us and the books we recommended, check out the description below. Follow us on social media and we'd love to hear from you. Off the Record podcast is brought to you by Reco Asia, your gateway to Filipino books and authors. See you in the next episode.